we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, I need to get rid of that. We're going here. We are looking live at the Wiki main page. I actually put the last editing session there as the embed on the main page there, as opposed to the 2021 live stream we did. So what we're going to do is we're going to go recent changes. I love looking at this page, see what everyone's doing. And lately it's, mostly me. We've got some other folk in there. Kev, you've been in there doing some stuff. So I appreciate that. Look, yeah, look at that. There's 4,000 bytes on the cargo page. Oh, is cargo new? Cargo's totally new. Hey, look at this. All right. Hey, live first time look at the cargo page. Cargo's a fictional character. Excuse me. Cargo is very real. All right, that's cool. I'm going to be working on VJump stuff again. So we're going to look at complete list of VJump issues. Actually, I think what I want to do, I got a little bit of corrections to make on here and then some updates of some stuff I've done in the meantime since last week. So I want to give a little recap of some stuff I've done. I went through the second run of trial issues and did a couple things. One is I dug up the dates that I could. Actually, why don't I grab one again? I can show you exactly what this is like. So I got to get numbers 2, 3, and 4. Actually, I had a duplicate of this one on the floor. I could have just grabbed that. But here we are. So the stuff I was doing for getting release dates of the trial run is difficult. So I had the original trial run dates from Julian doing his library stuff back in the day, but I don't have citations for those. So I'm kind of going on his word for where he got them from, which were presumably Weekly Jump issues to get those dates, because the issues themselves were so sporadic. They don't say when they were coming out. The trial run, the second trial run, they do. So, for example, I can't get the first one because the thing before it was the last trial run that didn't say when this trial run was starting. It just has a note at the back page. It's like, we'll be back within 6 months with a renewed focus on whatever. So I don't have the actual release date for that. What I would have to do to get that is probably like Julian did, get a bunch of weekly jumps from this era of November-ish 1992. I don't have a single weekly jump from 1992. I go from 91 to 94. I'm missing a lot. I'm missing like key Z, if you will, era of weekly jump. But anyway, I was able to get the rest of them. So for example, if I go to, what did I say it was? I even said what page it was. 218 in the, no, this is, I grabbed the second one. So this is going to be this date. So this is going to be page 150. So if I go to page 150 in this, so this is the second trial. No, I totally fucked it up. No, this is, oh no, this is the date 218. Okay. Now I'm understanding what I did to myself here. This is the, no, that's not right. I did the wrong citation on this. What did I write there? Second trial run issue. So no, that was, oh, second trial run issue number 1. Right. 1 would show me the 2. 2 would show me the 3. So I'm looking at the third issue's date from the second issue. See how confusing this gets? So this tells me it was on page 150. So I do have to go to page 150. No, I did something wrong because 150 is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. See, this is why you got to fact check this shit. So, trial run issue number 2, page 150. So that's not there. So where is it? So we're going to correct this live on stream. I guess I got to recheck all of these. Basically, what you're looking for is a page in here that promotes the existence of the next issue. And there it has the date for it, which is the actual release date. There it is. Here we go. So I got the, how did I fuck this up so bad? 18. Oh, is this the third issue? Oh, I grabbed the third issue. I put them out of order on my shelf. This is how... It's a nightmare down here. Okay. So, this is correct. So, this is trial issue number 3, page 206. Is that page 206? That is page 206. We got it. Okay. So, we are looking at the third issue of the second trial run of V-Jump, which tells you on page 206 that the fourth issue was going to actually be released on March 18th. Is that coming up in there? Yeah, lift it up a little higher, and I'm a little delayed on my preview window down on the other computer. There, it's down the bottom. 3/18. So that's March 18th. So that's how I was able to get the date for that issue, whose cover date is April 4th, actually came out on March 18th, 1993. We've solved that problem. We've really solved it because I have 2 copies of this trial run. One is completely destroyed in its binding. So I could get scans of, I guess I'll show you some of that other stuff that I've been doing in there. So let me pull up OBS so I can see myself in real time over on here. So for example, a really nice flat scan of Dub and Peter 1. That title page for that chapter. Let's see other stuff that's in here. There's some 4-panel comics. This one's by Osamu Kaneko, who did a bunch of slime stuff, which I'll tell you about momentarily. And then there's Kaneko also had a 2-page chapter of RPG stuff in here that I scanned elsewhere. Anyway, that's that. So we're going to move on today to working on V-Jump's 1996 content. So I'm going to go back over to my window here. So we're cataloging every issue of V-Jump. When it actually came out, what's on the cover, who drew the cover, what's the manga content within there, the pages, and the price of it. I'm working on 96 because I have an entire run of the tail end of 95, all of 96, all of 97, beginning of 98. That was the complete broadcast era of GT that contributed to a bunch of GT research. So that's why I'm working on what I'm working on there, because I have all those issues and it's nice, easy span of things to work on. So where we last left things was June 1996, which was this toe ball cover here. So what we're going to do in here is we're going to come on up and edit the page, and we're going to go back down to 1996. And then we're going to copy that row. We're going to copy, we're going to paste it. We're going to change June 1996 to July 1996. And then like we did, we're going to look in the back and see when the next issue of V-Jump was due out, because it's usually the 21st, but not always. The next issue was, in fact, actually out on May 21st. So we're good. We're going to plug in May 21st, 1996. And we continue onward to that actual July issue that's out in May. Wouldn't you know it, toe balls on the cover again. So in order of things we're looking at, we are checking who did the cover art for it, which is listed in the back. And this time it is Kazuyoshi Nakatsuru who did that artwork there. So let's just copy Nakatsuru's name, paste it on in there. Want me to get a roll up on the microphone? I'm going to tell you all about Kazuyoshi Nakatsuru, and he did the toe ball #1 artwork for this here, the July 1996 issue of V-Jump, published by Shueisha. I can't keep that up, sorry. I hope you got everything you wanted out of that delivery. What else are we checking? We're checking Brief Return to Dutch Slump. Oh, right. And then we've got the Numa Monjar. Actually, I want to change the spelling of the... Oh, that reminds me. I want to fix the slime thing, too. So we've got the Numa Monja chapter 3. That's the first thing I see there. So let's get that in there. All right, let's catch up on... Hold on. Let me get these chapters, then I'll catch up on the chat. So we've got, as I was talking about, so this is the Numa Monja manga. This is the spin-off manga for the Chrono Trigger OVA, not quite OVA, sort of OVA that was part of Jump Festa. They got a little spin-off manga there. So we're cataloging the fact that that exists in there because it technically is a spin-off involving Toriyama character designs. So then we are up to Osamu Kaneko again with Slime Adventure, chapter 37 in here. So we'll update Slime Adventure to 37. And so then we're looking for a brief return of Dr. Slump. And that takes us to brief return of Dr. Slump. Indeed, chapter 38 in there. So we did that. Before I get rid of this issue, there are a couple things I wanted to do. I wanted to update. We decided that we are not calling it Slime's Adventure. We're calling it Slime Adventure. A couple reasons for that. For all of Kaneko's series, after the initial one-shot of Slime Farming Village, there's no possessive slash particle in any of the titles. So, and it's Slime Adventure. It's Slime Boken Ki. And so, I kind of ran this past Zenpai as well. Boken is adventure. Ki at the end of it is not like energy key. It's like a chronicle or a history, like a historical record. So we were thinking like, do we go with, Slime Adventure Chronicle or Slime Adventure Chronicles or something like that? The thing is with all the slime manga that come after it, like Slime Mori Mori or Slime Dawn, and Dawn is actually in English, they're all like real short, snappy titles as well. Like that's the point of those titles in Japanese. So we decided to go for just like straight Slime Adventure as the title of an English translation in there. So I'm updating Slime's Adventure to say Slime Adventure. So I'm going to change that in all the ones that I see here. So did I fix it? All right. So we're looking for Slimes. Let's get rid of that. It's going to be a while because we did like 30 something of them. Oh no, because I caught up in 1996. So there's not a ton. Okay. So this actually won't be too bad. I could just do a complete like find and replace. But I actually prefer doing it by hand because it like, I don't know. It's almost like when you did notes in school and the more that you write yourself, the more it kind of like commits it to memory. And I like being really aware of the crap that I'm doing here like this. So there's only a couple more, I think. And also if I like copied all this text over into the Linux notepad equivalent, it wouldn't be on screen anyway. Okay. So we did that. Let's actually just preview the page here and see if we got any more slimes. Nope, we don't. Okay, cool. So we're done there. I actually made the page for Slime Farming Village already. That's a public page you can look at. So, all right. So scrolling back down, let's make sure we got 96 correct here. We've got the Ackman finishes, Dr. Slump, Slime Adventure, Monja. Okay, I wanted to update the title of... I was going to combine Numa Monjar into all one word because it's like the group, the new, and I forget the other character's name. Like one of the characters is new and the other character Monja or something. I actually forget. Is he the original character to it? Anyway, what my decision was that this is all going to be one word. So we'll put those all together there. And I might actually change Dimensional Adventure too. It's like a time space. It's kind of like the literal translation of the title, but Dimensional Adventure is a pretty standard translation you'll see out there for the title of it. So let's just get that saved. So then we've done it, everyone. We've done one more issue in 1996 so far in the 18 minutes that I've been streaming so far. All right, let's go to chat. Let's catch up on stuff here. Mike, I hope you got everything you wanted out of that little thing. I'm just going to say, Grow, thank you for you thanking me. Made old videos on YouTube. I appreciate everything you do and that you thank us for. So thank you there. Nerdy, how many follow-ups does Dr. Slump have? 2. Yes. So it's got the brief return of Dr. Slump, and then it's got the 1997, I think it's just called Dr. Slump reboot manga by Yamamuro in V-Jump. It kind of goes from like one to the other. I'm trying to think. Guidebooks. I'm the wrong person to ask. I'm not going to commit to an answer on any Dr. Slump guidebooks. I'm not aware of any like Kanzenshuu or Adventure Special equivalents of that, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. It's got multiple manga re-releases though. Oh, I don't have it behind me anymore. I moved Dr. Slump over there. So there's the Tankobon. They get a Kanzenban equivalent. There's a Bunko, which is like the real small version. Let me grab the Bunko. I know it's not guidebooks. Oh, microphone's stuck. But obviously it's got a Tankobon release. And then Bunko, these are these smaller ones, so you can kind of like see the size difference of those. Bunko size is what do we get? The Emperor's Feast of Akira Toriyama. So not the Blank Piece Theater, but later collections. They were done at this size. That's what I'm looking at over there. So Dr. Slump was 18 Tankobon, but it is 9 Bunkos. So it's got thinner paper, so they can fit a lot more into like a single volume. So it's, it kind of takes like half the size horizontally on your shelf. It's really weird. Anyway, throw Dr. Slump on the floor. What else do we got? I think that's it. All right. Shall we continue into 1996? So we finished with that July issue, but we don't get rid of it yet because we need the July issue to get the August. That's the month that comes after July. We didn't do page counts and price on this. Okay, so 450 yen, still the same. We got to count pages, and because they don't number at the end, we got to count. So that's 210, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it was 4 more pages than the previous issue. All right, so now we're good there. Now we can copy that, come down here. We can say this is the August 1996 issue, which according to the July issue, the August issue came out on June 21st. Pretty standard. Oh, back cover of this one. Let's show this off. This is a cool. Actually, this is really funny. Does this image look familiar to you? Wait, no, which way? We've got Idai Naru Dragon Ball Densetsu on the back over here. It says the game came out May 31st. Let's go to the poster. May 31st on sale. That's true. Okay. So that's it for the July issue, telling us everything we need to know. So we can actually look at the August issue. And wouldn't you know it, Tobal's on the cover again. So, hey, guesses of how many Toballs there are total in 1996. Put those guesses in chat. Out of calendar year 1996, by the time we get to the end of 1996, how many months do you think of 12 Tobal is going to be on the cover? You know what you know so far. All right, so we've got this Tobal's on the cover again. So now let's see who did the cover art for it. Oh, shit, we got Street Fighter Zero 2 artwork in the back. That's what I want to look at. Cover art here, Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru, so we're good there. So now we're on, before I forget, let's do price and page count. 450 is the same. Let's do pages, 210, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. The exact same page count, 216. Fancy that. Okay, so here's a cool thing that I'll pull out, and this is very helpful to me when I was doing the wiki page for, maybe I'll pull it up in between issues for V-Jump Festival, because some of the stuff that I played during the Otakon panel were from the V-Jump Festival VHS tapes, and so I wanted to know like what were the dates of the actual festivals. So the tapes obviously would have come a little later because they had footage from the festivals and the animations on them, but I wanted to know the exact dates of the actual festivals, which isn't stated on the tapes themselves. So you need to have the V-Jump issues that have cool things like pull-out posters that tell you, hey, V-Jump Festival 1996 was in fact July 31st and August 6th. Was it like Tokyo and Osaka? I think are the different places. And so we see on this pullout ad, we've got the Numamonja characters. So it was that must have been the year that they. Let's just pull it up. Let's look. All right. So if you do Kanzenshuu/VJump Festival was 1996. Yep. July 31st, August 6th from in Tokyo and Osaka. And did I actually cite this issue? I cited the August 1996 issue. Yeah. This is the issue that I used to cite that date for VJump Festival that year. So I'll have to come in here and adjust the title on that as well. Anyway, what have we done so far? We got the date. We got the cover. We got the cover artist. So now we're looking for a manga in this issue. We're looking for, oh shit. We're looking for Dragon Quest III artwork. That's what we're looking for. Okay. What we're really looking for, the other series. So we've got Slime Adventure is the first I see, chapter 38. So I'll update that bad boy. We'll flip. Total NBA 1996. Got Brief Return Dr. Slump, number 39. So we're good there. I don't actually know how long Numamonja ran for, so we're going to find out. But here's chapter 4, so it's at least still going in that issue. So that's a nice, easy one. That is the August issue. So let's move on. I did the page and the price. So now we're going to update that to say September, and we're going to look in the August issue to see. Oh, I didn't update the say June on that one. That was 21 June, right? Luckily, I'm keeping these all on the floor next to me. Yeah, that was 21 June. So now we want to look at back of this to see if it was 21 July or a different date. It is 22 July. 22 July. So was it a Sunday or was it a holiday? Who could say? But it was a different day. Ooh, Nights into Dreams. Nightmare Lesson. Cool. Anyone want a nightmare lesson? Oh shit. It's actually hold on. This is cool. There's this is the like double-sided pamphlet that came in this issue. So it's got Knights and it's got Toe Ball. But I saw in here Toriyama. So gonna take a look at if there's anything cool for Toriyama in here. Knights and Toe Ball. Interesting duo there. Okay, so we did that. So now we are looking at the actual September issue. Falling over on me. The actual September issue. We got the date as July, August. That can't be right. March, April, May, June, July. May, June, July, August, September. No, that's correct. Okay. Months are confusing. What do we decide? The cover for the September 1996 issue of VJump is, surprise, surprise, it is Toe Ball number 1, yet again. So who drew this one? Is it Toriyama? Is it Nakatsuru? Where is the table of contents? This is Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru. Once again. All right, so we got that. Let's do it in order this way. So let's do price and page count again. 450. Pages. We're looking for page numbers. We're looking for page numbers. We don't have page numbers. We're looking for pages. 204, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 216. Yet again, exactly it. Okay. So now we're looking for manga chapters. We're looking. We're seeing what pops up. We've got, what year is it? We've got Final Fantasy Tactics in VJump. Is it 1996 or 2025? First up, we see Slime Adventure. That's chapter 39. by Osamu Kaneko. Next up, we see Brief Return of Dr. Slump. Does that one not have a title page? Or does it have a delayed title page? It has a delayed title page. It's Arale and Gachan riding dolphins. That's chapter 40 on that bad boy. And then we're looking for a Numa Monjar again. Numa Monjar, do you exist? Yep, here's the Johnny's Rock and Roll Show. This is chapter 5. So, I kind of like really want to get across that V-Jump manga of the era really isn't like what you think about from the Dragon Ball Super and Boruto era. V-Jump manga of the era looks like this. Just, fucking insanity. Just colors and crazy designs. Lots of color back then. So, all right, we got all the manga in there. I'll just flip through to make sure nothing else unexpected is in here. Oh, we've got GT coverage. Actually, we've got the Sufaru note from Toriyama here in this issue. This is all baby stuff. We've got a family chart of Mew and Baby and all those folks. What else we got going on? We got a lot of Bomberman. We got Street Fighter 02. It's my jam. Just flipping through old issues of V-Jump is good shit. All right, Chrono Trigger, Dragon Quest, Toe Ball. You'd think Toriyama's at the height of his power back then. All right, so we did everything we wanted to do in there. We updated all the titles. We're good there. Copy paste, change September to October, and then back in this issue, we'll see what the release date for it is. That's going to be August 21st. Standard issue release date, 21 August. So then we look at the actual October issue, and we're taking bets. Is it Toe Ball number 1? Is it something else? October 1996. Perhaps not a surprise. Not Toe Ball. Dragon Quest. We got Dragon Quest 3 remake here on the cover. Again, I say, is it 1996 or 2025? All right, so let's see. 450 yen. Price remains the same. Do a page count on this bad boy. 204, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 210. Oops, not 120. 210. Let's check out some cool stuff though. Back cover ad. Tentative title: Dragon Ball GT Plus. What we will come to know as Final Bout. Yeah. So the interesting thing about that game is that it's only called Dragon Ball Final Bout in Japan. It's called Dragon Ball GT Final Bout internationally, but originally tentative title Dragon Ball GT Plus is what they called it. GT Senshi. The other thing I wanted to quickly show in here was we're getting towards the end of 1996. Oh shit, where was the ad? I lost it. Oh yeah. Final Fantasy VII. Mania begins. All right, so back cover. We gotta change it to franchise is Dragon Quest. What I don't have to change is who drew the artwork because once again is Katsuyoshi Nakatsu. So now we've did the price and the pages. So we're looking for manga chapters. Got it. What we got in here? Oh, there's actually like real coverage of FF7 earlier in the issue here. It is just overhead of Midgar and then the Chinon cannon. Oh no, we've got like cool artwork of Sid and Red, which I'm not going to show you. Apparently, I'm just going to hold it in my hands and look at it. Let's see. We've got Tobal coverage, so it's not on the cover, but it's in here. We've got Knights, Tobal and Knights. They are two peas in a pod. All right, first up, we got Slime Adventure. We're up to chapter 40. Slime Adventure. Don't want to go too far past anything. Oh, is this a little bit about 10th anniversary movie? It's tiniest little blurb there. So we're looking for Brief Return, Dr. Slump, and Numa Monjar. Numa Monjar is here. We are up to chapter 6. That is correct. I forget when we decided that Dr. Slump ends. Does anyone have that info from either a last stream or want to look it up? I think it's around. It's gotta be. Well, no, GT ended 97. So yeah, actually, we are coming up on that era. I guess I need to go back and see if I missed it earlier in this issue, or did it finish? And I should have looked to see if there was a nice big Owari at the end of it. Last issue. I don't think I flipped past Dr. Slump manga by mistake in this issue. No. What is this? That's different stuff. I don't think Dr. Slump's in here. Dr. Slump over? Oh, hold on. What's this? This is an ad for, I think. Oh, it's an ad for the collected edition of Brief Return, Dr. Slump, and they're saying the 4th volume is out in September. So was it over? It might have been over at that point. Let's go back to the last issue real quick. Let's see if there are 40 chapters at the Brief Return, Dr. Slump. Oh yeah, it just straight up says the end. So I think I think that was the last chapter of Brief Return, Dr. Slump. Yeah, the last bit of text in quotes along the spine in the gutter over here says Baicha. So it must have finished. Okay. So we're going to take out Brief Return, Dr. Slump, because it's not there. And I think it was done the previous issue. So that was the October issue. We're getting there. So let's before I lose this, let's save changes in case of great catastrophe. We'll come edit again. Back to 96. Copy. Paste. November. I brought down this coffee and I haven't had any. People love it when you slurp into a microphone, right? We're going to do the ASMR stuff again. Coffee is what actually fuels Kanzenshuu. In case you didn't know. All right, so we're looking in the back of the October issue to see when the November issue came out. September 21st, standard. 21 Sept. So September issue, what do we think is on the cover of the September 1996 issue of V-Jump? Is it Dragon Ball GT? Is it Tobal number 1? Or is it Dragon Quest 3 again? Dragon Quest. So we keep Dragon Quest. Let's see if this is Nakatsuru. I think so. It sure is. Again, I say Nakatsuru and Yamamuro are the easiest two names to identify because Naka and Yama are very simple kanji. All right, so we're looking for, let's do price and page count. 450, good. Go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 210. Okay, page count and price remain the same. So we're looking for... Interesting, there's ad for Final Bout again on the inside cover, and there's no longer plus alongside GT. It just says Dragon Ball GT. Interesting. We're looking for manga in this issue. There's a lot of Dragon Quest 3. That is Wall Market from FF7. We're flipping, and we're not seeing manga yet. We're not seeing, there we go. Okay, so we've got Slime Adventure, chapter 41. So we're good to increase a number there. See if we keep going with Numamonja or something else. If not, oh yeah, I was going to say, if not, I'll go back and see if that one says the end. Okay, so we're up to chapter 7 of Numamonja. I should look at the end of those, each one, just like see if it says the end, just in case. Nope, that one doesn't. Okay, so that's that on that issue. Is there anything else Toriyama manga related in here? Oh, I saw a Piccolo somewhere. What was that Piccolo? Oh, shit. Okay. It's more GT coverage. So this is part of the thing I was working on, was collecting all of the promotional material for GT in VJump, because at a certain point over in Animedia, it just stops. And VJump is the only monthly publication that's covering GT. So we just got Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Piccolo down the corner. Oh, it actually continues next page. We get all the babies. All the babies. Right. And the series that shall not be named any longer. We've got 02. I don't think there's any other manga for a bit in here. I know when the Dr. Slump reboot manga starts. That's not this year. All right. That's it for that issue. Okay. So then we've just got the December issue to handle. Copy that, paste that. December 1996. And according to the November issue, the December 1996 issue came out October 21st. Standard release date again. All right, last call. December issue. Front cover. Is it Dragon Ball GT? Is it Toe Ball number 1? Is it Dragon Quest 3? Is it something else entirely? Does something non-Toriyama get to close out 1996? The answer may not surprise you. It is still Dragon Quest 3 on the cover of VJump in 96 here. Oh, we have a different price. We have 490 yen. Everyone's talking about inflation. All right, how many pages? Actually, this seems a little thicker than the previous issues, so. Oh, maybe not. 210, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we got our 216 back here. We got that. So we got Dragon Quest on the cover. Who did the artwork for it? Again, no surprise. Kazuyoshi Nakatsuru. So now we're just looking for Slime Adventure and Numamonja for manga. All right, what's first here? This is Slime Adventure. So we're up to chapter 42 on that bad boy. Oh, this issue smells like fucking 1996 Japan. Oh boy. Holy dog shit. Everything's okay because we got Pepsi Man though. Oh no, it smells too bad. Holy shit. All right, Numamonja, are you here? You are here. And you're here with chapter 8. So we increase you by 1. Does that say the end? That does not say the end. So they probably continue for a while. I think. I know we got a collected edition. I think it's only 1 volume. Oh, here's an ad for. I know it's just cards. I thought it was a general GT ad, but nope, it was just for cards. Oh, we've got Kochi Kame in here. It must have had some kind of animated thing. This seems like anime promo stuff towards the middle end. No more manga in this issue. Dragon Quest Kids stuff in the back. I think that wraps us up for the calendar year. All right. We did that. Let's copy. Let's save. Let's say finishing 1996. Give myself a note there. Save it. And there we go. Now we have all of 1996. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. We've got November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Perfect. So did we have any non-Toriyama stuff this year? We did not. We went from Dragon Quest to GT to Tobal, back around to Dragon Quest again. All Toriyama, 1996. Heck of a year. And what did we wrap up? So we wrapped up the second half of the real short Go-Go Ackman 3 manga. Slime Adventure still going strong. We wrapped up the brief return of Dr. Slump. We started Numamonjar, and that's still going into calendar year 1996. So in like 45-ish minutes, we did half a calendar year of V-Jump. Obviously, it could go a little faster if I was just not talking to myself on stream and not answering questions and things, but this is actually helpful. I find that speaking it aloud actually, like I said about doing notes in school earlier, kind of really helps commit it to memory and just make sure you're writing things down properly. So we could do a couple things. I could go into 97 and just keep doing more of the same, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Depending on who's around and what y'all think, we could look at other pages. I guess actually what I need to do is over on the V-Jump Festival page, I got to change some titles here. So I'm not going to do The Adventure of Slime. We're doing Slime Adventure, and Numamonjar. We got to edit that title. So we could go ahead and do that in here. It's worth doing. Let's just retype Slime Adventure. Publish V-Jump. And we'll do Numamonjar. Yeah, Slime Adventure actually got 3 little OVAs from V-Jump Festival over the span of those years there. 99. When was the first one? Fixing titles. I'll do that. Go Acme was technically first. Oh no, there was a tape for that first year, but that's not really the same as the other ones. Yeah, so Ackman to Slime Adventure to Numamonjar to Cashman to Slime to Slime. OVA's there. So, Nerdy, Kebabs, other folks, tell me what you want to do. Do we want to look at any other pages? Anything you're curious about? Let's do a pause here so I can maybe drink some coffee and think about what I'm doing with my life here. Is there anything else you're curious about that maybe is on a page, is not on a page, why it is or is not on a page? Otherwise, you think about that, type some stuff in chat. I'm just going to grab the next batch of issues. Oh, I got to keep December so I can check the date for January. I'm always afraid of taking stuff off the shelf over there because those are some. Can I do this? Is this gonna work? Those shelves over there are not so great ones from Target that are held together through gravity and hope. And every time I take something off a top shelf that's kind of like weighing it down, I'm like, is this the day? Is this how I go? Any other title changes? Like Final Bout? Yes. So, oh shit, what was there? I think it was. We were talking about this in the Discord the other day. At least I mentioned it. I don't know if anyone read it. But it was, I think it was Shin Butoden, where it was just like Dragon Ball Z Sega Saturn or Sega Saturn version. Like it wasn't actually called Shin Butoden yet. Or maybe it was called like Super Butoden Sega Saturn or something like that. It wasn't written as Shin Butoden yet, which I thought was interesting. Was there anything in there about GT ending? Hey, we'll talk about that someday. I'm not sharing that. That's the good stuff. Does the fish from episode 1 have a page? I don't know. Dragon Ball episode 1. Fish is not linked on this page. Oh, wait, giant fish is linked. Big fish, folks, we've done it. Big Fish has a page. Who did this? Who did this page? Oh my God, this is ancient. This is 2015. This was like the initial batch of people who came in and then like disappeared, who realized this is not what they wanted to do. That's really funny. Well, Big Fish is there. When did V Jump announce Totally Real Dragon Ball AF? It's trying to come up with a fake month. I don't know. All right. I guess that's what I see. Were there any other questions? I think in there. Nerdy, you're at the office. Cool. Working on stuff. I am glad to help folks while they work on stuff as I work on stuff. Cool. Well, I guess I'm gonna just continue. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna take a pee break. I'm gonna take an ad pee break. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna work on 1997. So I was gonna say I'm gonna like reheat my coffee too, but that coffee was no longer warm for like 3 hours. All right. Well, if you have more questions, think of questions. I don't know if they'll be back in exactly 1 minute by the time this ad finishes, but I'll try my damnedest. I'll be right back. You can read Big Fish, I guess, in the meantime. I'll be back, folks. All right. Were there any games released alongside the later Dr. Slump series? Yes, there was a PlayStation game that came out in, I think it was actually in 1997, PlayStation 1. It was translated by Hilltop, who did the translation of Boku no Natsuyasumi. Boku no Natsuyasumi 2. They did a translation of the PS1 Dr. Slump game. So, check it out. There's actually a DS Dr. Slump game that I don't think I have the Dr. Slump games cataloged on the site. I've always been meaning to do that. I think they came out later. I want to say that was like weirdly later. If it was a DS game, I guess no, DS was like 2006, right? We can do a couple things here. So we can go look at games. Handheld games. Yeah, DS stuff starts 2005. Yeah. All right. Wow. I played a decent amount of the PS1 game. It's fine. It's a lot of just kind of like looking around environment, talking to people kind of game. It's real short. I think it's only like 5 or 6 hours total, but it's super not engaging in any way, shape, or form. It's just cute. Yeah, there's also an Italian-only Sailor Moon DS game that came out a hell of a lot later. So, also, Dr. Slump kept just getting regular-ass movies long after serialization. Like, between serialization and between reboot, there were just straight-up new Dr. Slump movies just continuing to play alongside, like, Dragon Ball movies at the Toei anime fairs. So, yeah, Slump kind of didn't go away at all, even when it was done. Like, you think 84 comes around and Dr. Slump's done, but it's not. It just keeps going. All right. What else? Is there a page cataloging deaths? I don't know. What happens if I search the word death? Demon Flash of Death. No. So, you know what? It really bummed me out. I searched death and I saw Daisuke Gori. So, appreciate that. Cool. Anything else? Let's see. Is he Josie in there? Nerdy. Okay. We're going to carry on into 1997, I guess. Before we move on, I just want to say solid choices all around for these icons. So fucking good. How fucking good are these images? Tell me how fucking good these images are, because they're really fucking good. They're so good. All right, now they're gone. You lost them. We're going to move on to cataloging 1997. Editing the page. Okay. Up. So we'll copy like the start of 96, carry on down, and then we know we got to put an ending to it. So let's start. So this is January 1996. I still have the December one down here. So December tells us January issue came out November 21st. Uh, 1996, not 1995. All right. So do we want to take bets? We have a fresh calendar year. I don't know how much we're going to get through, but what do we think we're going to get for... I'm doing a sneak peek of cover images for this calendar year. I mean, Dragon Quest 3 is still big as the year transitions. 96 turns into 1997. Several things happen that year, Toriyama related. We might have some sequels. We might have some reboots. We might have some sequels. January starts us off with Dr. Slump. Our allies on the cover. But listed on the cover is also Final Fantasy VII and Dragon Quest 3. So, they're there. Let's do a couple things. So we're going to change that to Dr. Slump. We're going to do, let's do price and page count first. So this is for 90. Extra 10 cents out of us. Let's do page count on this guy. 14. Okay. 14. Oh, this is interesting. Previous ads for FF7 listed 2 CD-ROMs, and so this ad, I don't know if this is the first one that says 3, but they've changed to saying it's 3 discs long at this point. Interesting. All right, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2021, 223, 425, 26, 27, 228 pages. All right, so we got Dr. Slump on the cover. Who drew the image on the cover? It is, I assume it's Nakatsuru. It is Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru again. All right, so we're looking for, we got to get rid of the manga chapters that it listed there because that was a pace from way earlier in the year. So at this point, we're looking for Slime Adventure. I forget how many chapters Slime Adventure goes for. I did write that down on another page somewhere. And then Numa Monjar. Let's see how long that one goes for. So what do we see first? Got FF7. Oh, this is Gold Saucer that they're covering. Virtual On. Series Who Shall Not Be Named. Slime Adventure, Chapter 43. Why did my phone light up for no reason? Interesting. All right, Slime Adventure 43. Continuing on. We're looking for Numa Monjar. Got Arc the Lad 2. We've got Toshinden 3. Numa Monjar, Chapter 9. There they are. So we've got them in done. Any notes at the end? No, I don't see anything that's obvious about it ending. So we'll just keep looking for it in the future. Anything else in here of note? No. We've got Kochikame. We've got a horse. I don't know what the hell that is. We've got Bomberman. We've got Lupin. We've got Detective Conan. Dragon Quest stuff. I think that's it for manga. Okay, yeah, we're done with this issue. All right, moving on. So that was January. Let's move on to February. And the February issue, according to the January issue, came out December 21st. All right, folks, here we go yet again. February 1997. What do you think is on the cover of V-Jump? It is still Dr. Slump. Did every cancel series get a final chapter, or did some of them suddenly just go away? Victory Mission's actually kind of the quintessential answer for that question. Where when it left, it was kind of noted that, oh, hey, we'll get back to it. And then Toyotaro went on to the Resurrection F 3-part and then Dragon Ball Super. And then it got like 2 final chapters later on, one in a guidebook and one just like last year in the final Heroes guidebook. But in terms of this other stuff, I don't really know. Kind of find out myself. As we saw with the Brief Return of Dr. Slump, it actually said the end in it. And I have to imagine at that point, they were kind of transitioning to knowing they wanted to do a different manga series for that. I forget off the top of my head when the reboot chapter starts. So we'll see how long of a gap there actually is in there. And that can probably inform that a little bit. Something to keep in mind as we talk about covers in the issue. Tobal 2 has been announced. Just saying. Dragon Quest 3 is in here. Have we hit any of the manga yet? Did I say that we did Slime Adventure? I've already lost track. No, we haven't seen Slime Adventure yet. So we're looking for that in Numa Monchar. Okay, here is Slime Adventure, chapter 44. So we're looking for Numa Monjar. Numa Monjar, I mean, it's so short. It's only like 6 pages each. So for it to fill up a tankobon, it probably ran for a decent amount of time. Chapter 10 of that. It's got to be it, I think. GT, Super Saiyan 4, and Baby. All right, this is actually worth showing off. And actually, shit, I forget. We got to do some, let's do this date checking in real time. Okay. So when did Super Saiyan 4 debut in the TV series versus when do you get a fucking full page showcase of Super Saiyan 4 in V-Jump? I actually think this might have come first. So this is, we already know the February issue that came out in December 1996. Yeah. That didn't happen until January when it actually appeared. But the other thing I want to think about is Super Saiyan 4 shows up in the second opening of GT before it appears in the show itself too. Do we have that one cataloged in the theme guide? Episode 27 is when it first shows off. All right, hold on. Let's pull that up. Let's go back. Episode 27 was November 6th. So November 6th, 1996, you see Super Saiyan 4 in the opening theme before you've seen it in the show. November 6th versus December. Okay, so yeah, like regardless, you're seeing Super Saiyan 4 at the end of 96 before you see it in the show at the beginning of 97. Interesting shit, right? It kind of reminds me a little bit of Ultra Instinct stuff that was shown off. Like, didn't we get a preview of Sign in Xenoverse 2 DLC stuff? Didn't we see that before we actually saw it promoted for the show itself? So yeah, the whole culture of like, we're just going to show you the shit before we show you the shit always was that way and kind of hasn't changed. So anyway, let's get back to what we were doing. We haven't done anything with this issue yet. 490 yen. Did we count the pages on this one? I don't know. Oh yeah. Fuck. In the back, it's just like, all right, buy a bunch of cards. Here's Super Baby 2 and Super Saiyan 4. Yeah. Just please give us money. All right. 210, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 222 are the page numbers. All right, so this one's going to be interesting. I'm not quite sure how well this comes across, but that's CG artwork. That's not actual, hand-drawn 2D animation. So I'm curious what it's going to say for the cover artist, and I might have to do a preliminary phone scan of that. Okay, so no, I can actually read two things here. So it says Ira Suto, so that's illustration. It says Kayo, Kayo, and then it's got an interpuncture that says Nakatsuru, Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru. Oh shit! I just realized you can't really tell. Aralei's fucking Cloud. She's got the Buster Sword on her back. You can see the shoulder pad. It's so much more obvious in the back illustration. Let's see if I can hold that up. Where she doesn't have shit plastered all over her. So much more obvious that she's supposed to be cosplaying Cloud. Okay, cool. So I don't know who or what KO is. I don't know if KO is a person. I don't know if that's like a production pipeline. I don't know what that is, but we're going to put in KO in all caps and then Nakatsuru's name there as well. So at this point we did the cover, the dates, the price. We're looking for manga. We have not looked for manga yet in this issue. Again, I remind you, Tobal 2 has been announced. Dragon Quest, God, Biohazard, Virtua Fighter Kids. There we go. Toshinden 3. There we go. Now it's we know what year it is. All right, Slime Adventure Chapter 44. Wait. I already wrote that. Did I already do the manga chapters in this? Folks, I already did the manga chapters in this. 44 and then Numa Monjar's 10. Did we already do this? Yes, we did. We did this. All right, so we're done with this issue. Moving on. So the March 1997 issue was released January 21st. Then we got to change the year on that. All right, so March 1997. I'm not going to keep you hanging. It's Dr. Slump again. She once again appears to be dressed up as Cloud. And Gachan is a chocobo and also riding a Moogle. So, cool. All right, what do we want to do? We're going to do, it's 490 yen, so we're going to do page count. I mean, Arale cosplaying on covers kind of dates back to the earliest days of Dr. Slump itself, so it's really not a surprise to see. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 216. So we did all that. Oh, we got to look at the cover image and see if that's KO in the Katsuru again. It just says KO. That's it. All right. Sorry, Nakatsuru. You're gone for the first time in a fucking year? Other than the Toriyama Tobal stuff. Yeah, Toriyama did Tobal once for its cover debut in 96. Everything else the entire rest of the year is Nakatsuru. Okay. So we put KO there. So now we're on to looking for the manga in this issue. What do we got? We got Slime Adventure, chapter 45. We've got anything else? Looking for you, Numa Monjar. Hey, it's Parappa. Numa Monjar. Oh, it doesn't list a... Oh, there it does. It's got a delayed title page. Chapter 11. That's probably it. Forget when the Dr. Slump reboot manga starts. Oh, shit. I think that's like 98 issue. Another full page Super Saiyan 4. So by this point, we're in it in the show. Another month has passed, so they can just tell us everything. think that's going to be it in this issue. Yep. Okay. Let's move on. Try to speed things up here and get through half the year. April 1997, which according to this issue came out February 21st. All right, so here we are. What issue is this? This is the April 1997 issue. What do you think is on the cover of V-Jump this month? What's on the back cover? I don't know what you are. But the front cover. Tobal 2. We are back. Tobal is back. So, is this Toriyama or is this Nakatsuru? That looks like Nakatsuru to me. Are we gone, KO? We're gone. Yes. It says Nakatsuru. It also says something else next to it. Yeah, Arale is kind of like the unofficial Shueisha mascot in many ways. What do we got here? I can't see this. Oh, that just says Toei Animation. Okay. I wonder why they're subcrediting Toei to Nakatsuru there. Interesting. But let's change that to Tobal. Actually, it's just Tobal 2. It's not Tobal number 2. So it's Tobal 2. We'll put Nakatsuru back in. And then, did we do price and everything? No, we didn't, because it's 450 yen. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pages. No, not 120. 210. All right, so we're looking for Slime Adventure. Tobal 2's got a chocobo in it. Final Fantasy Tactics. Again, what year is it? Final Fantasy 4. Was that the PS1 release of Final Fantasy 4? Yeah. Biohazard. Slime Adventure, Chapter 46. So we're looking for Numa Monjar. Numa Monjar, Chapter 12. They're still going strong. That is much longer than I thought that went for. They're still going. Anything else of note? You know, at some point, there's like 3 distinct Dragon Quest manga running in V-Jump. I think this is like a really good showcase of what V-Jump manga was back then versus what it became in today's modern era, where this is literally like side to the side promotional stuff, just keeping these series in the constant public consciousness, not any kind of like continuity, never mind mainline continuity. I mean, Slime Adventure actually does have its own continuity that even gets referenced in later Slime stuff by Kaneko, but like it's not real Dragon Quest. Okay, so we did that. Good there. Let's copy, paste. We're going to May 1997, which came out March 21st. All right, onward to... Oh, this is in plastic. Have I never opened this issue? I'm surprised. Tobal 2's on the cover again. Let's open a V-Jump for the first time. Where is there even a seam? This is the thing that I simultaneously love / hate about getting stuff from Japan, is they pack things so fucking precise and tight that you have to look for some kind of like imperfection in the materials rather than their packing. Get into the fucking thing. Is V-Jump manga like this, excluding Super and Boruto? I don't know enough about what's in there now. Incidentally, I always keep the latest V-Jump and Psycho Jump on my desk right in front of me. So I don't know enough about like what this Adventure of Dai manga is. I don't know if this is like, are they just doing a reprint of the original Dai manga in V-Jump these days, or is this like a new Dai manga? I don't know anything about Dai no Daiboken to say for sure like what the fuck this is. Shibata does this? I don't know. I'll learn about it one day, and then I'll tell you. All right, what else is in V-Jump? What even manga is in V-Jump these days besides Boruto's in there, so whatever this Adventure of Dai stuff is. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't read this title. Chapter 77 of some fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing. I don't know, man. Other manga we got. What is this? And then there's another Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga, OCG Stories. That's 2 Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga in a row. Here in the year of our Dende 2025. I think the next one in here is Bort. Yep. What chapter of Boruto is this? Does it even say? I don't know. I've lost interest in knowing. All right, so that's that. What is this? Other series. Or is that still Boruto? Oh no, this is just a little promo thing for Jump Festa 26, like they usually do. Is there any more manga in here? Oh, is this the Metaphor Fantasio manga? Yep. Yeah, so this is... Did you know that Metaphor Fantasio has a manga running in V-Jump? There was a... What was the Fire Emblem game? Engage? No, that's a mobile game. What was the second Switch one? That one had a manga in here for a while. I think Atlas just pays for manga placement, I guess. So that's what we got in there. We have the primary things are some kind of Dragon Quest Dino Daiboken manga that I don't know anything about. 2 Yu-Gi-Ohs, Boruto, and Metaphor. That's what's in V-Jump right now. All right. Back to what we were actually working on. But that's a good question because I think that's a really good comparison to understand what the difference is and maybe never changed in some ways about V-Jump. This is actually, so I think Slime Dawn from Osamu Kaneko, which ended in 2021, I think that was the last slime manga they did. So they did slime manga from 1993 to 2021. And then might be some like breaks in between there. Like there was at least one issue that it wasn't in there and it picked up again. But like there was always a slime manga. There's a Dragon Quest X manga, the MMO that was in there for a while. Like that's the kind of shit that runs in V-Jump. So anyway, what have we done here? What have we accomplished? We're looking at the May issue, which came out in March. Have we done anything with page counts? I've already lost. No, because we just opened it. So we know it's 450 yen. We got that much. Let's do page count on it. Gotta find a page. I've never seen this image of Goku before. I'm gonna have to show this to you in a second. All right, so 2, 4, 5. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 214. So the Goku image that I want to show you is from just a card ad in the back here. I don't know. I feel like I've never seen this artwork before. It's cool. Okay. So we've done cover. Do we know who drew the cover? We're just assuming Nakatsuru because it is Nakatsuru. Okay, so we did that. Great. Looking for manga. Final Fantasy is this? Final Fantasy IV. It's so interesting how many re-releases a lot of stuff got over the years that we either did or didn't get or got delayed over here. Like, you just go from Super Famicom games to PS1 versions of Super Famicom games that just keep going. Oh, this is spoilers for me for the end of Final Fantasy Tactics. Whoops, I gotta keep flipping. Sorry. All right. Chapter 47 of Slime Adventure. And that's still going. All right. So we're looking for Numamonjar now. There it is. And that is chapter 13 of that. Any key about... No, it says it's... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. All right. Super helpful. I have to go back and see when we got this. There is just a straight up official English title translation for this manga. So I guess this is what I got to go with. I was right in combining Numamonjar. I dropped the pamphlet that came with it. I don't know if you can read that, but it says Time Adventure Numamonjar. So that's what I got to go with. So now I got to go in and change every title. And I got to go back and find the first instance of it being written that way. To cite its title. So it's interesting. It's not on the title page. It's just on the other inside pages for the chapter. Okay. Well, that's the thing. All right. We did that. Did I increase the number on that one? Chapter 13? Chapter 13. Okay. So I think we're done. Unless there's any other manga that randomly appears in here. No. Just Dragon Quest shit. Doodles. I don't really count these doodles as real manga. Cool. Man, Final Fantasy Tactics. Still going. Okay. So that was the May issue. Let's do June and we'll decide if we're going to keep going or not. June 1997, which came out in April 21st. 21 April. Okay. June. Maybe I just spoiled it. June 1996. 1997. Sorry, 1997 on the cover. Still Tobal. We're still doing Tobal. Tobal on the cover. All right. It is everyone's favorite. Mark the Devil. No, not that Mark. The other Mark. All right. Looking for manga. We've got Slime Adventure 48. So I guess all I got to change is dimensional to just time. Interesting how they translated it. Okay. Anyway, looking for it. Oh, this is an important issue because this is the debut of the reboot Cashman manga. Look at that. So we've got another one to start looking for. So this is in fact the reboot Cashman manga. Takao Koyama and Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru. Just looking, I don't think there's no like differentiation in the title. So I'm going to have to call it like Savings Warrior Cashman parentheses 1997, I guess. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do. All right, so let's see if we've got New Momonjar though, and then we'll add that in. New Momonjar 14. Okay. All right, so we got New Momonjar, then we got to do BR. We'll do Savings Warrior Cashman 1997. Oh no. How are we going to format this? Okay, so we're going to have to do Savings Warrior Cashman 1997 bracket Saving Warrior Cashman in italics. You want to say 2007. That's not right. 1997. Chapter 1. And that should be it. So actually, let's preview that. See where we net out here. 6. Oh, I didn't change 1996 to say 1997. So we're going to make sure we fix that. All right. So how are we doing here? So January, February, March, April, May, June. November, December, January, February, March, April. Cool. Double. Cuts. Okay, 43.9, 44.10, 45.11, 46.12, 47.13, 48.14. Savings Warrior Cashman 1997. Okay, so I didn't quite get the italics right on that. So we got to do a couple things. Let's fix this 96 to say that 97. And then how... Does it go the other way? I always forget what the order of those needs to be, like what's written versus what's linked. No, that's still wrong. All right, let's not worry about it. Let's just write Savings Warrior Cashman 1997. Oh, I have those italics there. Oh, okay. So maybe that's actually right. Let's see. No. Okay. So now that's the wrong order. So I gotta put this. I was right the first time. I just didn't have the right order of things. Let's get rid of that. Let's copy that. Let's preview that. There we go. Italics and then the year. Okay, chapter 1. So we're good. We're good. Okay. First half of 1997. Copy. Save. Take a sip. We want to fix New Momonjar. What did we decide that the title was? Was it Time Adventure? Time Adventure New Momonjar. It's like a jia at the end of it, which is the R indicator thing. Let's look for it. It's GER. Okay, so I got to fix their... All right, so I really got to fix that. Okay. So we're going to do Time Adventure New Monger. as the title for that. And we'll paste that in the 10 times. It exists. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess it's more than 10. Oops. Oh, shit. We fucked up. I just did time adventure. Fuck. I fucked it up. I should just do a find and replace, but I'm not going to. I like doing it manual. I like seeing my own destruction. Did not expect to see a random proper English translation of that title there. Couple more. Couple more. One more. Okay, copy that. I guess let's preview that. Seeing the word slime and time next to each other is really fucking up my brain. All right, that's all good. Save changes on that. All right, what time do I have to leave today? I gotta go. Oh, I got like an hour. I can do the rest of 1997. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to actually just get that shit done. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Can I actually run another ad break? I'm going to run another ad break while I get the rest of the issues off the shelf because I got to put a bunch of stuff away and then take more down. So let's run that ad. I'm going to come back and just finish off 1997 V-Jump issues. Here we go. Okay. I assume we're back. That's been like a minute, right? Good streaming. Drinking coffee. That's what we're all here for. All right. So what the heck are we doing? We're doing the second half of 1997 V-Jump issues. So we're going to come back on and edit. All right. Copy, paste. This is, we're looking at July 1997, which came out Folks, we fucked up. Hold on. July 1997 issue came out May 21st. Fucked up. June issue. That's Akira Toriyama artwork on that there cover. Oh, excuse me. That is Akira Toriyama and Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru on that cover. So I wonder what they consider that's really interesting. It's like the main character there is definitely Toriyama. So it was like the character he's throwing, was that Nakatsuru? Or are they counting Cashman kind of down the bottom as Nakatsuru? I don't know. But they cite both there. So for that June issue, I got to do Toriyama and Nakatsuru. All right. Glad I caught that. All right. So then we're moving on to the July 1997 issue. July 1997. That's the most Nakatsuru-ass Nakatsuru-sues that ever sued cover there. Doing all the hits. Doing Goku, doing Arale, doing Cashman. We got all sorts of characters along the sides there. Damn. All right. So we got to do a few things. Let's do price on this one is $470. I didn't do the correct price and page count for the last issue either. I clearly didn't. I got distracted by Cashman there. That last one was $470 as well. Let's check pages. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, it was 224. All right. Now that one's done. All right. So this one's $470 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 223, 24. That one's 224. All right. So we've got, God, what do we even want to consider the series of the title here? It's just all Nakatsuru. He's the only one. Do we call it like Nakatsuru All-Stars? I guess we got to do everything. It's Dragon Ball. It's Dr. Slump. And it's Satan's Warrior Cashman. They all kind of have like equal priority on the cover there. Trio of Goku, Arale, and Cashman. Interesting that Bra. Nakatsuru's. This is clearly like. It feels like end of Z era, but also GT era. That's like Ultimate Gohan, but I guess Gohan wears that. It's like Future Trunks and end of series Bra down there. Doesn't really strike me as GT Trunks because he's got like the denim jacket on. No, he's just drawing whatever the hell he wants. Good for him. Good for him. All right, so this is definitely the July issue. May, we did the price, we did the page count, we did the cover. So now we're just looking for manga inside the issue. Final Fantasy Tactics. God, Tactics just doesn't end, huh? Tobal 2. Oh, here we get into some more Final Bout stuff. So this is back again to just being called Dragon Ball GT Tentative. All right, so we got Slime Adventure Chapter 49. We've got Cashman Chapter 2. And we've got somewhere in here Pneumonger 15. Correct. Okay. Great. Copy that. Paste that. We're looking at August 1997, which came out June 21st. Yeah, it does look a lot like Chapter 1 Bulma. It's kind of a, yeah. So this is the August 1997 issue of V-Jump. On the front cover, Cashman himself, just Cashman. So let's do a few things here. So let's just drop that to just Cashman. I don't need to double check this, but I will double check that that's Nakatsuru. Holy shit, is that not Nakatsuru? What fucking name is that? Hey, this is why we do this. It's Naoki Miyahara. All right, look at that. Oh, is this? Oh, okay. I bet that's because this is going to be V-Jump Festival era, and so Miyahara worked on the animated one-shot of it, I assume. I think. I remember. That's why Miyahara maybe did the coverage. Is it? Oh, yeah, it says Dragon Ball FB down the bottom, so I think they finally got the final bout title. Does this say anything about Cashman and the V-Jump Festival? Short? Oh, all right. Oh, let's continue. So that's not Nakasha. Wow. See? Look at that. We're looking for manga. Oh, I'm already open to Slime Adventure. That's chapter 50. So we got that. Did I already pass Cashman? Yeah, Cashman chapter 3. So we're looking for a Pneumonger. There it is, chapter 16 of that. That looks like it's still going strong. Okay, and any other surprises in this issue? I assume not. Okay. Good. Let's cruise to the end of the year here. Copy, paste. So this is going to be September 1997 issue, which comes out on July 22nd. This is 470 yen. That's right. $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18, 218 pages. And finally, on the cover, actually gracing the cover, it's Dragon Ball. We got final bout on the cover of V-Jump for the September 1997 issue. Who did the artwork for this? Is that Miyahara again? Like, this text is so fucking small. I got to use my phone to zoom in to see it. Yes, it's Miyahara again. Like, I can recognize the, again, like I said, the Naka and the Yama. But anything else, I'm just like, fuck does that say? Who could say? All right, so we'll keep Naoki Miyahara. Let's just change that to Dragon Ball. We did the pages. We did the price. So we're looking for manga. Final bout coverage. Final Fantasy 7. Cashman chapter 4. skipped past something. That's slime. That is slime. Slime Adventure 51. So now we're looking for Slime Adventure, by the way, is still in full color this entire time. As is Numa Monjar. As is Cashman, actually. Yeah. Here's Numa Monjar. That is chapter 17 on that. That looks like it's still going strong. Oh, this is a cool ass ad. Marvel Superheroes. Double page Spidey. Nice. It's for the home port of PlayStation and Saturn. How many pages are they? Yeah, they're pretty short, all things considered. Let's count Cashman. Cashman's probably the longest. So it's got a title page. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's like a standard, like a weekly jump page count of that, except it's obviously monthly. That's in full color. Slime Adventure is usually like 8 pages now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8 on that. And then Numa Monjar's like either that or just even under that, like 6-ish, 6 to 8. Numa Monjar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Yeah, 5 on that. So there you go. So that was that. We hit all the ones in there, so we're ready to move on to, folks, we're getting there. October 1997 issue, which came out August 21st. And on the cover for the August issue, no, the October issue, which came out in August, Cashman again. Cashman. Let's see if we're back to Nakatsuru versus Miyahara. No, it's Miyahara again. Really? Be sure I'm reading that name right. Does this link still work? Yeah. Is that Miyahara's name? Miyahara? Yeah, I'm right. Okay, cool. Good to know. Interesting. Miyahara's doing it. Nakatsuru is not. Maybe Nakatsuru is too busy actually drawing Cashman to be able to draw Cashman for the title. Okay. This one is. Oh, I'm like, why am I down an issue? But I think I have the December issue on the floor for other reasons. All right, so that's 500 yen. Let's count the pages. 212, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 220. So we got to do Savings Warrior Cashman on cover by Miyahara. Looking for manga. Found about. Oh, this is where we are in the final bout promo cycle. Is here's all the hidden characters to unlock. Oh, I know why the December issue's on the floor, because that's the one where is that what I talked about, where they reprinted the correct code for Super Saiyan 4 Goku? I think that's why I took that issue out. So yeah, at this point, we're talking about the other hidden characters to unlock, and Super Saiyan 4 Goku is his own separate code. All right, so we're up to Slime Adventure chapter 52. Got that. So we're looking for Cashman and Numa Monjar. There's Cashman. Chapter whatever the next number is. Did they not number this one? It's not actually numbered, but there's another chapter. So we're going to call it 5. Okay. And oh, okay. You know what? Maybe this is this is why it's not numbered. Okay, because this I'm looking through it and these panels are familiar. This is specifically the anime comic of the V-Jump Festival that they did. Yeah, because that's not actually in the reboot manga, but it looks like they did an anime comic of the V-Jump Festival manga from that year. Got it. Okay, so that's why there's no number on the title page. Do they call it anything else? I think I'm just going to have to call it. I'll come back to it and see if there's any other like designation for it. So that's not chapter 5. That's going to be, let's call it like V-Jump Festival. I can't type festival anime comic. Interesting stuff. Okay. And I don't think that, no, that was definitely not in the, do I have it here? I don't think it's in the one volume of the collected Cashman, Nikatsuru manga. This chapter doesn't appear in here. Yeah, it goes from 5, 6, 7, all properly numbered. So this would have been in the place of chapter 5, huh? And that's definitely not what chapter 5 is in here. 5 starts on page 59. Yeah, that's not what that chapter is. Cool. All right. I learned something new. All right. So that's that. So are we still looking for a new Monjar? This one. And see, if you didn't know that Cashman had a separate V-Jump OVA, you would just call it chapter 5 or 6 or whatever. Okay, so this is chapter 18 of Numero Monjar. So we're done with that issue. We're almost done with 1997. So let's call this November 1997, which came out September 22nd. Put that down. All right. And we're on to the November 1997 issue of V-Jump. On the cover, yet again. You've heard of Golden Frieza. Have you heard of Golden Cashman? Golden Cashman. All right, so this one is 470 yen, so we're down in price. Page count, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 page counts the same. Okay. So Cashman's on the cover. Who did the artwork for it? It is CG again. So yeah. So instead of Illustrator, it's CG credit for KO again. So KO must indeed be one of their resident CG folks. Okay. So we're moving on. We're on the right there. We did that. We got Cashman on the cover. We did the price and the page count. So now we're looking for manga inside here. Let's see what we got. Cashman. Yes. Cashman chapter 5. And this chapter 5 in here matches up with the actual chapter 5 in the collected edition. So we can come back here and copy this formatting and put it over top. This, and actually we're going to need to change that there to just do Savings Warrior Cashman V-Jump Festival 1997 anime comic. Okay, so now we're up to actual Cashman Chapter 5. So we got Cashman, we're looking for Slime, and we're looking for Numa Monjar. There is Slime, that's 53. And then we're looking for Numa Monjar. There it is, chapter 19. So that's all correct. Perfect. Folks, we have one last issue for calendar year 1997. Get her done. December 1997 issue came out. #21 October. Okay, now it's on the floor over here. This is 1997. This is December 1997. Final cover. Getting it for the year. O'Reilly's back. Dr. Slump. December 1997. So let's put that there. And let's see. We've got illustration by Nakatsuru is back. We can replace that. All right, so we got to do price is $470. That's the same. That's correct. 2021, 223, 425, 627, 829, 30, 230 pages this month. So we are looking for Slime, Time, and Cash. Dutch Slump's first. Oh! Sorry. Yes. This is another reason why this issue is on the floor. Not Cashman, but Cashman's in here. We have now hit the Dr. Slump reboot manga. So, so there's a lot running in this issue. So this is another one where we're going to call this like, so I'm trying to think. The title of the 1997 anime is just Dr. Slump, I think. So we got to call this like Dr. Slump 1997 manga as opposed to Dr. Slump 1997 anime. So let's just copy Cashman and we're going to do Dr. Slump 1997 manga. Do the appropriate italics there. And then that's also going to be 1997 manga. That's going to be chapter 1 on that. So that's the first thing we see there. Yeah, it's just called Dr. Slump. And so this is the one that's by written by Koyama, but because Nakatsuru is doing the Cashman manga, this is Tadayoshi Yamamuro doing the Dr. Slump reboot manga. Sequel. Yeah, I guess sequel, reboot. It's all the same. Slime Adventure, chapter 54. So we're good there. So we're still looking for Time and Cash. Make sure I didn't skip something there. No, we're good there. Bloody Roar. Hell of a game. Cashman, chapter 6. We're down to black and white on Cashman now, though. So at this point, we're looking for a new Monjar, I think. There it is. Oh, that's Magus. Chapter 20 on that will wrap up the year. Calendar year, anyway, because technically 2 more issues will come out during the calendar year. Let's preview this. 1996. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Release dates, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Cool. Oh, we got to change Dragon. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong year. Okay. Now, actual 97. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Correct. Dragon Ball, Cashman, Dr. Slump, Nakatsuru. Is that correct? Was that Nakatsuru that did this? Yes. Nakatsuru did that. So we end out the year in V-Jump with 4 Toriyama adjacent manga. We've got Slime Adventure by Osamu Kaneko, chapter 54. That's been going since it rebooted in 1993. Yeah, Slime Adventure was there, the first reboot there. We've got Time and Adventure Numa Monjar, Chrono Trigger spinoff in chapter 20. We've got Savings Warrior Cashman sequel manga by Nakatsuru at chapter 6. We've got the debut of the Dr. Slump sequel / reboot manga by Koyama and Yamamuro at chapter 1 in 1997. Let's save this work. Ta-da. There we go. That's that was 2 hours of doing a bunch of shit that no one's ever going to look at besides me. This is actually extremely helpful to me, though, because I feel like I look at and refer to this era of V-Jump a lot. And it's helpful for me to be able to load up a page and know, like, oh, okay, yeah, I checked when this shit came out, and just the timeline of looking. When did we see? So Brief Return of Dr. Slump starts in 93 and goes to chapter 40 in 96. So this is what we were talking about earlier, is how long of a break was there between Brief Return? So we went from September 96 issue to the December 97 issue. So it was a little over a year that we didn't have a Dr. Slump manga serialized in V-Jump. Again, that's just, think about Dr. Slump serialization ends, movies continue for a long while, then movies kind of trail off and its sequel manga starts, then that runs through, then its sequel anime and sequel / reboot manga starts, and then it only runs for like a year. I forget exactly how long the anime is. That's like, I'm not going to cite numbers when I get it wrong. And I don't know off the top of my head at all how long the 97 manga runs for. That's when we hit kind of this black hole of my V-Jump collection, though, which I think we talked about last time, where post Final Bout, I don't have a lot. I pick up a little bit in 2005, 2006. Some of that stuff we specifically bought for the Rumor Guide on Super Dragon Ball Z when we were looking for what Toriyama designs may or may not have existed. So I've got like a good half a year span in there, but then I don't really pick up again in earnest until, well, I guess I filled in, I can't read what year that is. 2011 to current, I've got everything. But this is this period of time when all this stuff just runs. So I guess some of the other stuff I want to show you that I was working on in the meantime, let's just go to recent changes. I got really into working on the stuff about Osamu Kaneko, who did this, all the slime manga. I went through their Twitter account and got stuff like their profile photo as them at Universal Studios in Japan. But what I did is I was really going through them because I have all this era of V-Jump. I was able to get title page scans of this stuff, really, really flat and really clean. So their debut was this slime farming village. I made this page a public preview page just because it's done and I like it. Final Fantasy column. I mean, you tell me what issues they're in and I can tell you if I have that. But yeah, so Kaneko kind of started with these 3 one-shots. The first one's very specifically Dragon Quest. The next 2 in these trial issues, they're not branded as Dragon Quest, but they're kind of like just funny, comical RPG scenarios. And then Kaneko starts with Slime Adventure in 93, and that runs to 2000. Oh, that's 79 chapters. So how long did we get through for Slime Adventure here? So we got to, I already forgot what number that left off on. It was just right there. Slime Adventure chapter 54. So we got a ways to go with Slime Adventure there. That damn thing runs for like 7 years. Then we go to Daisuken is interesting. So it's like, you could do that as Operation : Slime or like Slime Mission or something like that. I might just go with Slime Operation because slime being the first word, again, to that snappy short title for all those manga. So I don't have the first chapters of Operation or Mori Mori, but I do have Slime Dawn because that's like the modern era. So I was able to scan that title page. Yeah, I have all that. I have the original trial runs, the 3 issues. I have the second run 4 trial issues, and then I've got the monthly reboot of 93 going into late 94. So yeah, I've got all that. If there's something in particular you want to know about or reference or have never seen before, just hit me up somewhere. You know, Blizzcast is probably the easiest thing for me to look at and remember. I'm happy to take a photo of anything you're looking for if you need something in there. Yeah. So Kaneko is just someone who came in, I think, tracking down, doing illustrations in the instruction booklet for Dragon Quest V. This is one of those illustrations there. And they've just been doing Dragon Quest stuff the whole fucking time, all these years. Yeah. So I did that. So then I wanted to, this is like the first big, I mean, there was other Dragon Quest manga adjacent stuff that was going on, but this is like, considering who Kaneko kind of turned into and how much work they did, I really wanted to get this down. So, I scanned the title page and wrote up the whole thing about it. And I found one tweet of, there were like 4 Google results total for Suraimu no Noson. And I found a tweet of a fan just talking about that, and Kaneko responded, "Thank you very much, Slime Village. It's a predecessor to Slime Adventure and is the very first slime manga." So it's like, it's a good citation of like, yes, this directly led to this, and yes, this was the first one of this. So in addition to just my own looking through the issues, it was nice to be able to see that, from the author and artist themselves. Yeah. Do you know Kaneko from anything else? Because, I mean, they did slime manga from fucking 1992 to 2021. That's all they did for like 30 years. I know they did other stuff. They did some Final Fantasy artwork as well. I'm streaming. Can I help you with something? Oh, it's going good. Thank you. What are you cleaning? Cleaning the walls? Cool. Yeah. Please. I was going to say, do you want to dust the Bardocks, but you probably knock them all over. I would. On purpose. Yeah. No, don't do that. All right. I'm wrapping up soon. Thank you for the visit. Yeah, Kaneko did a bunch of Final Fantasy stuff as well. I know they, I saw him mention it at some point, them saying they're working on both franchises at the same time. And that was before Square and Enix were Square Enix. So yeah, me just falling down the V-Jump rabbit hole led to the separate rabbit hole of Kaneko here. Anything else in particular I've been working on? No, it's mainly just the V-Jump stuff. Oh, okay. I did, for no reason, I just did a page about this DVD release. I don't know what prompted me. I just felt like doing it. something that I always envisioned the wiki as having was I always wanted on the home video guide to be able to click into each individual DVD and get information about it. And this is it. This will be it. This is what it will go to. I figured I could make these as a page that other people can follow the format on and do the rest of the work on. And the stuff I wanted to show here was like, the Steve's subs that show different names and what are the extras and the pack-ins for all that stuff. So that's it. All right, y'all, that was a good 2-hour stream. We're going to do another 2 hours tonight. Make sure you join us at 8 p.m. ish Eastern for the regular Mario Kart streaming. We'll have a good time tonight. The additional friends and family of Kanzenshuu. I see no one else joined me in the podcasting channel the entire time that I was streaming here. Cool. Any last thoughts, questions, either about anything that we worked on today, or something about the site, the wiki project, or anything like that in general, like curious about or don't know about, want to know about, think is cool, think is not cool? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there that even I still learn new things every time I'm working on something. That's what I love the most about it, I think, is that I always think I know what I'm going to do when I go in to do something. And then that leads me to 3 other things that I either totally forgot about or never knew about. Like even today, just seeing that there was a proper's maybe a little loose, but an official English translation for the Time Adventure Numa Monjar manga. That's one thing that's part of my homework, is going to be going back and seeing when in the chapters themselves did they first use that. Did I just overlook it for 10 chapters? It was there the whole time. I never looked beyond the title page for it. Didn't know that they did an anime comic of the Cashman V-Jump Festival OVA there in the middle, in between chapters 4 and 5. So that was neat and interesting to see. Didn't know that existed in there. That's only in the original serialization. That's not in... Let's double check again. Make sure it's not like in the back of the book or something. No, it's not in the back of the one collected edition of the Cashman sequel manga. So yeah, I got some V-Jump holes to fill. I guess one other thing that I wanted to know was the Go-Go Ackman 3 manga that only ran for 4 chapters in promotion of the Super Famicom game. I have all 4 of the issues that have it, but I don't have the issue before it started. And I wanted to see how they promoted it. What did they say about the fact that there was going to be an issue there? And of course, with all the tariff bullshit and extra prices, even though magazines and books and literature is supposed to be excluded, Bai's still putting certain fees on things, and UPS is just destroying boxes. So it's like, it's very perilous to order things right now. Luckily, I found that issue, the one before the Go-Go Ackman 3 manga, just from a regular seller, American-based seller on eBay. And they had best offer available on that issue, and I took $10 off that issue. So that was great. So that's on its way from California. I actually hoped it would arrive today so I could plug in some of that information, or at least just look at it and share it a little bit. But it looks like that's not going to show up until Monday, unfortunately. So that's just a little bit of extra stuff I got going on there. That's, one little tiny hole to fill in. There's a lot. I really didn't think I would ever bother with filling in the kind of 98 to 2005 era of issues. Turns out I might want to do so for at least some span. Get the rest of the Cashman manga, the rest of the Dr. Slump reboot manga. I don't know how long that one runs for, so Got to figure it out myself. That's it. I'm going to call it there. I've had a wonderful time. It was great to just get some shit done for the day. Love that. So now I can just play the rest of the day. So again, I will see some of y'all for 8 p.m.-ish Eastern today for the larger gang stream in Mario Kart. This exact same place, twitch.tv/VegettoEX and or grabyournearest.com. Yeah, there is a lot of comicalization. There's actually some of those early issues. There's like a Final Fantasy IV one-shot that goes directly into a Final Fantasy V manga one-shot. That stuff is coming fast and furious. So thank you, everybody. Again, if you have any specific questions, by all means, just reach out. Post on the Bisky, post in the Discord if you're a patron, or however. Love to hear from you. Thank you much. Sorry for the couple ad breaks, but you'll pay the tariff fee on the Psycho Jump, I guess, for those ads. Thank you, everyone. I was going to say good night, but I'll see you at night. Farewell. Or, actually, as the Wise Dragon once said, Sarabaja.